just like share my thoughts because I think that I can offer a perspective to help men. And I said that one of my purposes in life, because sometimes people think that you're only supposed to have like one purpose in life, and it's not true. So I'm just getting off of work. Yep, do work a regular 9 to 5 job, really good money, really good pay, pretty cool. So I'm just getting off of work, right? And I realized something. A lot of men are out here suffering based on a lack of understanding. Some of us believe in the Bible, some of us don't. But remember in Proverbs, it will always say, seek wisdom and understanding, son. Yeah. So, I'm going to give you guys understanding to help you that no one gave me as a young man, and I'm just learning this in my late 30s, early 40s. I'm going to tell y'all. I said on my live the other day that this is the greatest time to be alive in terms of being a man. You just gotta kind of find your way. You gotta find your what's name, and you kind of gotta be a little selfish. I didn't know that you had to be a little selfish, but you gotta be a little selfish to get what you need in life. But here's the thing. Here's a nugget that I want you guys to understand. A man has to be valuable. As I'm getting text messages, a man has to be valuable. What do I mean by that? Well, a man has to understand how he's viewed by other people to get what he needs for his life. So, in terms of value, right? A lot of men don't understand this. You can't be in the fucking middle. You can't be in the middle. A large percentage of my life, I've been in the middle or probably at the bottom. Now, at the bottom, it's fun because at the bottom, believe it or not, you get a lot of pussy at the bottom. A whole lot of pussy at the bottom. Like when you don't have money, you don't got much going on, the only thing you got going on is women. You get a lot of fucking pussy. But here's the flip thing about it. At the bottom, there's not a quality of life for you personally. So you can't stay at the bottom. So you either got to make your way to the middle or you got to make your way to the top. Now, here's the thing about the middle. The middle is where I've been for maybe like the last maybe 12 years or something like that. Don't get me wrong. I make excellent money. I make real good money. I make enough money to sustain myself and my family. But the thing I realize about the middle is there's no value to society in the middle because you have no control. You only have control at the bottom and at the top. At the bottom, you got nothing to lose. So you got all the control in the world. So who gives a fuck what you do, what you say, where you go, what you experience? Who gives a fuck, right? Now, at the top, which most of us strive to be at, that's also valuable because, for one, people believe in you more because they see the results of the work that you put in. So being at the top is not just money; it's you're in shape. Maybe you're the best out of the individual choices that a woman might have. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start understanding value as men to interact with women better because most of y'all problems are associated with the interaction between women and getting what you want from the women. And a lot of us don't understand that the more time that you spend in the middle compared to the bottom of the top, you just you're spinning your wheels. You're irritated more, you're mad more because you feel like, damn, I'm doing all this work and I haven't broken through. But if you were at the bottom, you wouldn't give a fuck about being broke because you're getting the interactions that you want from women. Or if you're at the top, you wouldn't give a fuck because you're getting the interactions in which you feel comfortable from women. And I think that a lot of times us as men, we don't understand that being in the middle is It's the worst, man. It's the worst thing you can fucking do is being in the middle in terms of achievement, wealth, um, your fucking health. If you're, in terms of keeping yourself in shape, like right now, like I'm in the fucking middle, bro. Like, and I'm starting to realize that this is not where the place I should be as a man. And it's just one of those things that a lot of us men don't understand this because the older generation, like the baby boomers, the ones that's dying off now, they had it a little easier with women because there wasn't competition, if you know what I mean. Some of y'all know what I mean, and some of y'all don't. Competition ain't really other men. Competition is, well, not to get into some like kind of like conspiracy shit or too deep, but if you, society is more of a competition now than it was in the past with baby boomers and something like that when in terms of women. You know, the baby boomers they had it a lot easier because it was easier to sustain a family. It was easier to buy a home, get a car, and be at the top of your game as a high achiever and high performer compared to now where, if you made, let's say hypothetically you made 70 grand in a fucking 80, you were living like a fucking king. But now, 40 years later, 70 grand is nothing. Nothing at all. Means nothing. You could barely take care of yourself with that. So I just want men to kind of like start to realize, and it's hard, man. It's hard not to get upset and mad when you start finding out the truth. Not all y'all want to know the truth, so I'm not going to talk to all y'all. I'm not going to waste my time and worry about some of y'all that don't want this information. And before in the past, though, I would be like, I would try to convince people and all that other shit. Nah, man, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck no more. So, for y'all that really want to be on some level up shit, just make a choice. Either be a bum or be rich. You have the best life if you decide if you want to be a bum or if you want to be rich. You're going to have the worst life trying to be in the middle and trying to be this semi-good guy, the oh, I treat women with respect type of shit, and those are those guys. I'm not one of those guys. Shut the fuck up. You sound like a bitch. And most of us sounded like a bitch. I was one of them. I sounded like a bitch in the past. Well, I just want to make sure women are treated. Man, shut the fuck up, dog. That shit get you nowhere. It don't get you no pussy, dog. And actually, like, that little small pocket of time in my life that I was trying to be on that type of tip, you don't have to be disrespectful to a woman to get the best out of a woman. You don't have to fucking yell at her and scream at her, everything like that. And I'm starting to realize that a lot of us men don't understand that. But when we did yell and scream in the past, it was because we didn't understand our value. So now that I'm getting older as a man and I'm starting to increase my wealth, I'm starting to increase my value and all that other stuff. I'm not exactly where I'm at yet, exactly where I want to be yet, but I understand that, no, don't be in the middle. Don't be in the middle. And don't be so fucking nice. Like, don't be so fucking nice. You want to be a man that's respected and valued. That's the only two things you need as a man is respect and value. And to get respect, you got to respect yourself first. And most of us, man, we don't even respect ourselves first. We don't at all. But if you can learn how to get self-respect, you can learn how to get some of the things you need for your life, you're going to start leveling up. And then you're going to start having a better life. You can't change society, and you can't change fucking people, and you just wasting your time. Some of y'all still having a fucking battle of the sexes with these women and trying to convince them to think your way and all this other stuff. And some of these women don't even be your women. Y'all giving advice to women that ain't even your women or your sister or your man. Shut the fuck up too. They don't care. I don't know a single woman that cares for a piece of advice from a nigga she don't know. You wasting your time. So I'm gonna leave on this note. You gotta be a little selfish. Don't be in the middle. Be at the bottom and level up, or be at the top and keep leveling up. And have the life that you want. But don't be in the middle, man. Being in the middle is just, that was the biggest mistake I ever did, was to settle for the middle in life. And that means in terms of, what I mean by middle is, I mean by just to be average. If you're like, oh, well, it's all right. No, I don't need to go walking. No, I don't need to do no push-ups. I don't need to do any of that. Man, that ain't the life, man. That ain't the life. You're going to get your fucking feelings hurt. So just make a choice. I'm going to tell y'all, especially y'all young cats, being at the bottom, fun as fuck. Fun as fuck. You can get a lot of cat. Being at the top, fun as fuck too. I'm almost there. And I feel like I've had this talk before. Yeah. So, anyways, enjoy y'all day, man. Go level up. Go do something, man. Go do something fun, man. I'm going to start talking to y'all a lot more, because it's silly that I don't use my YouTube. And I'm just like, whatever. So, yeah. I'll see y'all in a couple days.